Hey, what's going on, peeps? Today we're going to be making something kind of experimental, something that I came up with last year. I had some leftover ramen broth and I had some arborio rice as well. And I just thought to combine the two to see what would happen if they combined. And of course the two are great classics from their own origins, you know, don't really have to really introduce them. So enough, let's just get started. First off, we're going to be making a sauce for the chasu. It's going to be braising in this. So what we're going to use is half a cup of cooking sake and then half a cup of soy sauce and 1 cup of water. And then because I didn't actually have enough sugar, I just decided to use some honey. So I'm using about 2 tablespoons worth of honey. And I feel like that should be enough. And then what you want to do is just mix it up and then chuck in some chopped up ginger. You can chop it up however you like it. You just want to heat up some cooking oil. Any neutral oil is fine. I'm just using vegetable oil. And then what you want to do is get your pork belly and then you want to sear it on all sides. And then it got a little bit stuck here. Sometimes it happens. Maybe it's the pan that I'm using. But it doesn't matter, you know, as long as it comes off still. And then once you think that's done, you just want to pour that sauce that you made all into that. And you just want to braise it. You want to braise it for about an hour or until the pork is cooked all the way through. Also chopped up some spring onions as well, you know, just as whole. You don't have to really chop it up as much, so that's why I just threw it in. And then you chuck a lid on it. And then I'm moving out of the way because I want to get on to the other stuff. And so today we're using ramen broth. We're not actually making the broth from scratch. I actually walked across an aisle in Coles and I saw this bad boy. And this is exactly what I looked like when I saw it. Like, true story. I think, you know, this is my first time actually experimenting with this one. So I hope it goes well. What you want to do now is just heat up the pot and just pour in the stock. And then I'm just putting in another cup of water only because we're going to be adding more things in it and it's going to reduce down a little bit anyway, so you're going to lose a little bit of moisture. And then what you want to do, you chuck in an onion and some garlic. Well, actually I pretty much chucked in a whole head of garlic, the other half of the onion as well. So pretty much chuck in a full onion, a head of garlic and some spring onions as well. After about 20 minutes, I just chuck in some shiitake mushrooms and some corn. And then while that's kind of simmering down, kind of reducing down as well, you want to just get your eggs ready. I don't really have to show you because you already know how to boil down eggs. But what we want is maybe a soft to medium boiled egg. So that's around about 5.5 minutes to 6 minutes boiling. And then once that's done, take it off and you cool it down and then you peel it. So this is the pork after an hour. It should be all cooked on all sides. And then what you want to do is you want to just put it into a glass bowl or a glass container or anything that can hold the pork. And then strain the sauce out. And then get the sauce and then pour it just pour it onto the pork. And make sure that it's kind of just sitting in its own juices. Well, it's not sitting in its own juices, it's kind of sitting in the sauce. So. And then what you want to do is you want to get those boiled eggs that you boiled up. And then you throw it into that measuring cup with the other sauce. And then what you want to do is you want to just strain all the things that you threw in there, and because all you want is the stock. And of course you want to save aside those mushrooms because you want to put the mushrooms in to the risotto later. So just reserve them, just put them into a side. Then what you want to do now is just get some butter. And now you just want to throw in 1.5 cups of arborio rice and kind of just toast it up with the butter. And you kind of just want to mix it until the butter is absorbed into the rice. And once that's all good, you get your stock one ladle at a time, and then you put it into the rice. And then you want the rice to slowly absorb it. This is the only method that I've used, and I feel like it's one of the best methods. You know, you can kind of keep your full attention on it. You can make sure that it's going right, going well, and then you want to just keep repeating that step until it's all good. Once that's actually finished, I decided to get some Kraft cheese slices just to get a bit of creaminess into it because ramen is pretty creamy, right? And risotto has cheese in it, so I thought to use these. So I added in 3 slices of the Kraft Seaweed, which was a pretty good idea. And then you just want to keep reducing that down until it is edible and looking like this. Although it's kind of hard to tell because it's really just rice. So when that's all done, that's when you want to chop up the pork. And this is what she looks like. It's nicely cooked, nice and tender. It's not overcooked, pretty well cooked. But then what you want to do is you want to just dish it up because everything should be done. Now you want to assemble it and make sure you cut it all the way through because you don't want to rip it like that. And of course I always get a blue torch just to get a bit more flavor and smoky flavor and other flavors into it because blowing it up is always good, and it's always fun. And then what you want to do is get your mushrooms, get some seaweed, get some corn, and then the moment of truth is when we cut open the egg to see if it is soft boiled. And goddamn, that's pretty soft boiled. That's perfect. And then just throw in the spring onions with some attitude, and that's it. That is ramen risotto, a triple plus. And it turned out to be not too bad. For me, it was a bit too salty because I didn't add in enough water into the stock. But once you mix it all together, it actually turned out to be pretty good. And I actually enjoyed it. It was just a long process to make, but it was worth it.